Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Bilo, I am your host, and if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. And if you're wondering what this channel is about, well, this is where Kaizer Chiefs fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. I start the conversation here and it continues down in the comment section. So do make sure to let me know what you think about the things that I'm about to talk about. Speaking of people that I've been engaging with, I would like to welcome the regular subscribers. Shout out to you. I appreciate you very much. And today's special shout out goes to Leli Gama Alako Nawe, who put in martial arts. I don't know why. Is it your name, put in martial arts? But you use it more, comment down on the comment section. So I appreciate you guys. And by the way, this is the 100th video in this channel. So boo. Shout out to you. So first of all, to kind of celebrate this milestone, I've made 100 videos on this channel. I would like you, when you are commenting about whatever, to tell me, hey, I came here when we had so many subscribers. Okay, so let's say you came in, there were 773 subscribers, then you'll say I was 774, something like that, or anything that you can remember. Because guys, we're building. Yabo, Jangamanje, like 6 months ago, there was no Khosi Nation Fan TV. And then 3 months later, we're 1,000. And then 5 months later, we're 2,000. We're growing. So you guys are here. And just know that I appreciate all that you do. The comments and everything, about engaging with me. I appreciate you very much, guys. So thank you. So continue commenting and talking to me. And very speaking of talking to me and commenting and all that stuff, I actually want to introduce something new to just increase the amount of engagement that I have with you. I want you guys to also leave topics that you want me to cover, certain things that you want me to talk about, and then that we can discuss and then continue talking about in the comment section. Because as I said, this channel was created to engage with Kaizer Chiefs fans. So who knows best about Kaizer Chiefs fans? Kaizer Chiefs fans. So do make sure to let me know what you want us to talk about. Now, so yesterday I talked about this player, Katleho Makateng. Yes, I hope I pronounced that right. And I think I did him injustice really before we talk about him. Because of how many rumors have been going around about this player linked with Chiefs, that player linked with Chiefs, I ended up just saying, this is not going to happen. So I know I offended some people about just, disregarding him. So again, I'm sorry for doing that. It was just my own ignorance. So yeah, I haven't heard anything about him since then, because I heard yesterday there were talks Chiefs, a delegation here, Chiefs is going to Lesotho to talk, but I haven't heard anything because, as you can see, he's a striker. He's 23. He's playing for Royal Lesotho Defense Force. Yes, so I just wrote Defense Force because of space. So he also performed during the COSAFA Cup, and as you know, Chiefs has recruited players from Lesotho before. And Jacob pointed out something yesterday. Actually, one of the reasons why we're not getting more and more Sotho players, it's because, by Sotho players I mean not just Sotho people in South Africa, but Sotho from Lesotho, is because the Celtic is not there and they are the ones who are getting more Sotho players. So it was just, that's why I like talking to you guys, because you remind me of such things. And I'm still waiting. I haven't had anything because I was checking all unplayable, I was checking all far post, checking all kickoff, and I saw nothing today. If you had anything, share in the comment section. Have you heard anything? And then we will also continue following the story and seeing where it's going, because we know Chiefs Indabaga Musa Kamara is dead. We know Indabaga Wade seems like it's dead. Practice in the Chiefs. So now we sell Caleb and forward. So it's only two strikers that are there, and one is very young, and I don't think he might be starting. So then you think if Caleb gets signed, he's a backup to Dupree. But then outside of those two, in case you are playing a 4-4-2, then you don't have a reserve. I know Konumdu, but a striker has a different kind of physicality, because I heard with Uzwane right now, he wants an out and out striker, not just someone ozokwazi ukuyocollect ibhola and whatever, but funa nje target man, umuntu ozoshaya igoli. And we need that, we need to know ukuthi nje masifuna amagoli sifaka uCaleb uzoshaya igoli. Akukho ukuthi uzodropa, akukho ukuthi uzolanda ibhola, akukho ukuthi uzozama ukubabhitha ngepace sohlala eboxini ashaya igoli. We want that. I would be glad if we had something like that. So if you are enjoying this video, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's go back to something that is exciting for South African football. Banyana guys, banyana. They are into the finals. How I wish our men's team would do the same. Like, here's the thing. I know this has nothing to do with Chiefs, but Chiefs is South Africa, and you know when it has to do with South African football, I just bring it in. Uguti, what I've seen with Banyana when they are playing is even Naizolo, although for like first half Begunzima, dominate and petty ball, and we had to try, and we were resilient because no winners we on the on 90 plus a penalty because we were resilient best attacking. And when we did get the ball, we were playing South African football, and these are the ladies, and it's still the same kind of football that the ladies are playing that we have seen the men's team play. And why am I talking about this? I'm saying this because it excites me ukuthi you can see ukuthi our own way of playing works, and knowing ukuthi Zwane to Chiefs, he's also bringing our own way of playing. It's exciting because even Nopito in his success with Sundowns, yes, ngaba ne argument yokuthi there was money there, but he still went to Al Ahly and still, played well. You know all those things, because if you are playing our own way, and we know ukuthi we just need to improve the way that we're playing. We're not trying to be playing like Europe. We're just playing the way that South African football should be, and entertaining as it is, and still effective. That's what I want to see, and that's what I'm excited about actually when it comes to the next season. The less exciting news though, ukuthi Kobamelo Kodisang is not coming to Chiefs. So apparently right now what's happening is he was going to be loaned to another team by Braga to a second division, but then now he's being loaned to another team, I think Chavez or something, and they're actually in the same division with Braga, so that's better for him. And they're loaning him with an option to buy, which basically means Axionji loan that can end of the year, but a loan that if they want to make the move permanent, it's up to them. So if they do sign him permanently, then Vele says good, even next season, then we won't get him. But I think by next season, Vele will enough money to buy another player. And this is a statement Mike Makap, agent Kodisang. So this is what he said. He said that Chiefs did submit an offer which was not accepted by Braga. The two clubs could not reach an agreement. Again, for the last time, no one is at fault. These things happen in football worldwide. Now, there are two things that I want to highlight about that fact. So, Uguti, the agent, one, we are Shuguti Chiefs contacted Indabaga Kodisang. So, okay, good. So they did try. We tried, and that points to me we tried early, because Indabagaga Kodisang has been going on for the past few weeks, and in the past 2 weeks actually it has kind of quieted down. But back then kusaqala transfer window kuyakhombisa Chiefs was trying to act quick. That's the first thing. But the second thing is the fact that Mike Makap is showing ukuthi you don't need to oversell your player in order to make the other team look bad like Chiefs, like we see with these other agents and other teams in South Africa. With Chiefs is always just being painted as either people abangafuna ukukhokha or just some other thing that is wrong with Chiefs. But we don't see that with Mike McCabe. And we know that they have a good relationship with the Chiefs, because I think all the three players, the Swallows, are represented by Mike McCabe. And it's good to see that agents that have been in the game for such a long time are maintaining good relationships with the club. They are not using manipulative strategies in order to get their players to be signed by the players. For instance, what I was talking about Fabrice Uguti, the agent yakhe okay, he's free, there's a possibility of moving to South Africa. But then he says, we also have offers from Egypt, from Israel. Why? We don't need to hear that, because manje, you are overselling your players so that you can drive up the price, which then screams out to good, you are a crook, and very already you want to exploit Chiefs. But Mike McCabe, that's not the case. The priority is to just know, because now we ask Kodisang is still very young. Like, how old is he? He's 22, so anything can still happen, and he might still want to come back to Chiefs. So if he burns down those bridges, then it's no longer a good idea. There's something that is not the case. Chiefs, they did not even try, or they gave us change. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Also, by the way, there's like 86% of you guys who watch the channel are not subscribed. Please subscribe, please. Please. Anyway, I want to also just talk about Indaba Kakune in relation to Epichel. Now, people have been saying, Sambile, Epichel, which means no Kunusa Zohamba. And here's the thing, I think if they wanted to release Ukune, they would have done it already, And what I find interesting about Indaba Kakune is the fact that I'm not saying he's unhappy with Chiefs. I'm saying the fact that the goalkeeper coach position has not been filled like by a permanent person kind of tells me Uguti, because if you see the news that are scrolling down, Uhappy Jele with Pirate Uti, he was called to the office by Ivan Koza, and then he gave him a non-playing role. Uguti, okay, uzoba mhlambu coach or whatever, but he says he did not accept it. So in my mind, this is just me thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking, is it possible Uguti that position is open because they have kind of offered it to Kone, but maybe he has refused? I am just asking. Do you think that's a possibility? Because the season is about to start, and I know Uguti Ukono Muntu who's holding the position in the interim, but it's not permanent. So there is a possibility, and I think, I think Velukune should stay a player for this season, because I have this thing. I'm a what's the word? I'm sentimental or whatever, but I just want Ukune, after all these years saving the Chiefs, I want him to go out on a high note. I want him to win something this season, and then he can retire, maybe. Because Mau keeper, that's another thing, good team. You can go up to 40, 41 if you keep ngempela. If you keep fit, you can go for a very long time if you're a goalkeeper. It's unlike players who go 35, 36 ziyakhala. But if you're a keeper and you keep a good shape, then you can still last very long. So I don't see this big deal understandably so vele, because kunokuthi kubheka ukuthi uBruce Vuma kumele azame ukuthi athole more game time this season, because we have AFCON beginning of 2023. I get that uBruce kumele athole game time, because but that's not to say then Ukune do away with him, because with a lot of new players coming into the team, you need someone with his experience to kind of guide the boys and help them like into getting them used to this environment, and also just be a leader kwi boardroom. I mean, we dressing room. Maning if it's abantu abahambile kwi Chiefs, and we're gonna need those leaders. Bakono Dolly, but now it's only his second season. Bakono Billiards, but you need as much experience as you can get right now, and not just as a team, but as Uzwane as well. He's gonna need people who are going to like. I baba ngumsindo ngaphandle, sorry. sengiyathuka phela kunama mass shooting anyway ukuthi you need players who just gonna go around the young kids and young boys and say hey fet uzoba right bekezela bra you know you need those because my coach you can try to attend to many players but then you can't reach them all. Then you need the assistance of some leaders in the dressing room. But what do you guys think of all of that? Subscribe if you haven't, and the most important news and ask request from my side, guys, please vote for Samge, Miss KZN Queen finalist. Ngiyazi man nina nibuka i-video iziphele ngama day 1 nini ngama day 1. I will leave a link on the description and I will also pin a comment and then you can go vote for her, guys. It's free, it's absolutely free. Please vote for her. Let's catch up with Lama Girls asephambili kunaye, and you know I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and until next time, remember, Ikos alphela umoya.